Hey there, amazing English learners. Welcome back to another exciting and super personal episode of our podcast. I'm Erica, and I am so ready to help you share your unique story in English today.
And I'm Marco, ready to unlock those memories and future dreams. Erica, we've learned how to describe what's around us and how to think in English now. But what if you want to talk about what happened yesterday or what you dream of doing next year?
That's right. Does talking about last week or tomorrow sometimes feel a little tricky? Do you wish you could easily share a memory from your childhood or tell someone about your big plans for the future, but the right words and tenses don't quite come out?
You are definitely not alone. It's a common challenge because English uses different forms of verbs for different times. But here's the exciting news. That challenge is becoming easy today.
In this powerful episode, we're going to give you clear, simple phrases and structures to confidently talk about your past experiences and your future aspirations. We're talking about sharing your personal story, your memories, your plans, and your dreams in English.
This is essential for true connection. It will make your conversations richer and more meaningful, allowing you to express who you are and where you're going. Ready to tell your English story? Let's dive in.
The past. What happened? Using simple past tense. Let's start with the past. To talk about things that already happened, we often use the simple past tense. Don't let the word tense scare you. It's actually quite simple.
For many verbs, you just add ed to the end. These are called regular verbs. Listen and shadow. I worked yesterday. I worked yesterday. She played soccer last week. She played soccer last week. We studied English last night. We studied English last night.
But some common verbs change their form. These are irregular verbs, and you just need to learn them. Don't worry, we'll focus on the most common ones. I went to the store, not I go-d. I went to the store. She ate breakfast, not she eated. She ate breakfast. He saw a movie, not he seed. He saw a movie.
Excellent. Now let's practice telling a very short story about your past. Think about something you did yesterday. Try to use 1 or 2 sentences. Great. Now let's use some phrases to talk about time in the past. Yesterday, I cooked dinner. Yesterday, I cooked dinner. Last week, I visited my family. Last week, I visited my family. Last year, I started learning English. Last year, I started learning English.
You are doing wonderfully. This slow pace helps you hear each word clearly. It helps you practice speaking yourself. This is how confidence grows in telling your own story. The future. What will happen? Using will and going to. Now, let's jump into the future. To talk about things that will happen, we have 2 very common ways, using will or going to. They are both simple to use.
First, with will, for general future plans or predictions, you just put will before the main verb. I will study later. I will study later. She will visit her friend tomorrow. She will visit her friend tomorrow. It will rain this evening. It will rain this evening.
Now with going to, for plans you've already decided. You say am, is, are going to plus verb. I am going to watch TV tonight. I am going to watch TV tonight. He is going to buy a new phone. He is going to buy a new phone. They are going to travel next month. They are going to travel next month.
Very good. Now think about your plans for tomorrow. Try to say one or two sentences using will or going to. Fantastic. And here are some phrases for time in the future. Tomorrow, I will go to work. Tomorrow, I will go to work. Next weekend, I am going to relax. Next weekend, I am going to relax. In the future, I want to speak English fluently. In the future, I want to speak English fluently.
This is a powerful way to share your plans and dreams. Remember to keep that inner monologue in English even when you're just thinking about what's next. Connecting past, present, and future. Simple transitions.
In a real conversation, you often move between past, present, and future seamlessly. Let's learn some simple words to help you transition smoothly.
Listen and shadow these connecting words and short sentences. First, I woke up. Then I made coffee.
First, I woke up, then I made coffee.
I am studying now. Later, I will watch a movie.
I am studying now. Later, I will watch a movie.
I worked yesterday. Today, I am relaxing. Tomorrow, I will go to the gym.
I worked yesterday. Today, I am relaxing. Tomorrow, I will go to the gym.
You can also use after that or next. I had breakfast. After that, I went for a walk.
I had breakfast. After that, I went for a walk.
I will finish this task. Next, I will call my friend.
I will finish this task. Next, I will call my friend.
These small words make your story flow much more naturally. Practice linking a few simple sentences about your own day, moving from past to present to future. This is building your storytelling muscle.
Sharing your personal journey, hobbies, milestones, and dreams.
Now let's get personal. The past and future are all about your unique life. Let's talk about hobbies you used to have, important moments, and your biggest dreams.
For past hobbies, I used to play piano when I was a child.
I used to play piano when I was a child.
She used to live in a small town.
She used to live in a small town.
For important milestones,
My first job was in 2020.
my first job was in 2020.
I graduated from university last year.
I graduated from university last year.
My family moved to a new house recently.
My family moved to a new house recently.
For your future dreams and aspirations, I hope to travel the world one day.
I hope to travel the world one day.
I plan to learn a new skill next year.
I plan to learn a new skill next year.
My dream is to start my own business.
My dream is to start my own business.
This is powerful. You're learning to express your entire life story, your history, and your hopes, all in English. Keep shadowing us and then try telling a very short, personal story of your own.
Asking about others' past and future. Engaging in conversation.
Of course, conversations are two-way. You also need to ask about other people's pasts and futures to truly connect.
Common questions for the past.
What did you do yesterday?
What did you do yesterday?
Where did you go on your last vacation?
Where did you go on your last vacation?
How was your weekend?
How was your weekend?
And for the future,
What are your plans for tomorrow?
what are your plans for tomorrow?
What will you do next year?
What will you do next year?
Where are you going to travel next?
Where are you going to travel next?
Practice asking these questions out loud. Imagine you're talking to a friend. This helps you internalize the question forms. You're doing amazing.
Continuous practice. Building your narrative power.
You've just taken huge steps in telling your English story. Remember, practice is key. Before you go to sleep tonight, try to mentally narrate your entire day in simple past tense, from waking up to going to bed.
And tomorrow morning, mentally plan your day using future tense phrases. This continuous, low pressure thinking and speaking practice will solidify these tenses and phrases in your mind.
Don't worry about every mistake. The goal is to communicate and to build that muscle memory for telling your story. With every word you practice, your English voice becomes stronger, clearer, and more confident.
Absolutely, Marco. And as your confidence grows in sharing your own story, you'll naturally want to engage even more in conversations. That means not just telling your story, but also recommending things, suggesting ideas, and expressing your opinions with more depth.
Exactly. It's about moving from simply reporting information to actively influencing and sharing your perspective. This is a huge step in feeling truly comfortable and powerful in English conversations. So let's dive into some practical ways to do that.
Making recommendations and suggestions, sharing what you love. One of the most common and friendly things we do in conversation is recommend something we enjoy or suggest an idea. This is fantastic for building connections and sharing experiences.
Let's start with strong recommendations for something you really like. Listen and shadow these phrases. I highly recommend this book. I highly recommend this book. You must try this new restaurant. You must try this new restaurant. It's a great place to visit. It's a great place to visit.
Now, for softer suggestions or asking if someone is interested in an idea, you should try learning the new language. You should try learning a new language. Have you thought about joining a club? Have you thought about joining a club? Maybe we could watch that movie together. Maybe we could watch that movie together.
Excellent. Think about something you really enjoy, maybe a movie, a song, or a place. Now, try to recommend it in English using one of these phrases, even just to yourself. This is applying that thinking in English muscle.
Expressing stronger opinions and giving reasons. As your conversations deepen, you'll want to express your opinions more strongly and, more importantly, explain why you think that way. This shows critical thinking and allows for richer discussion.
Let's upgrade from just I think it's good to something more impactful. I strongly believe that education is important. I strongly believe that education is important. In my view, this is the best solution. In my view, this is the best solution. I'm convinced that practice makes perfect. I'm convinced that practice makes perfect.
And now, the crucial part, giving reasons. Use words like because, since, or for example. I like this city because it's very green. I like this city because it's very green. I finished the work since I had extra time. I finished the work since I had extra time. It's a great movie. For example, the acting is amazing. It's a great movie. For example, the acting is amazing. Marco, excellent. Try combining them. Shadow this sentence. I strongly believe that reading is important because it expands your mind. This is making your English powerful and persuasive. You're not just speaking words, you're expressing your true thoughts and reasons.
Navigating disagreement politely. Respectful discussion. Sometimes in conversations, you might find yourself disagreeing with someone. This is perfectly natural. The key is to do it politely and respectfully.
Avoid saying a direct, no, you're wrong. Instead, use softer phrases. I understand your point, but I see it differently. I'm not sure I agree with that because that's an interesting idea. However, these phrases allow you to express a different opinion without being confrontational. It keeps the conversation open and friendly.
Remember to use a calm and polite tone of voice, too. Your tone can communicate more than your words sometimes. This shows your maturity and confidence as an English speaker.
Expanding your English universe, continuous growth. Margot, you've come so far in this comprehensive journey, from thinking in English to telling your story, and now confidently expressing opinions and recommendations.
For the remaining time we have together, we'll continue to layer new skills and vocabulary. We'll introduce more complex sentence structures naturally and give you extensive practice through varied listening scenarios.
We'll tackle topics like problem solving in English, how to describe a problem clearly, and brainstorm solutions. We'll explore talking about abstract concepts like happiness, success, or future challenges.
Expect segments on explaining processes step by step, describing hypothetical situations using phrases like if then, and even engaging in simple debates to sharpen your argumentative skills.
Every new concept we introduce will be reinforced with ample shadowing opportunities, allowing you to internalize the pronunciation and rhythm. And remember to keep applying those thinking in English techniques to every new phrase and idea.
This continuous active engagement is what builds true fluency. You're not just learning English, you're living it, experiencing it, and making it your own. Keep going. Your English voice is becoming incredibly powerful and articulate.
What an incredible journey we've been on today. You've gone from building your story to confidently recommending ideas and expressing your deepest opinions in English. If this long, powerful episode helped you, please hit that like button.
And share this video with anyone who wants to speak English with greater depth and confidence. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for many more hours of powerful English lessons every week.
We love hearing from you. In the comments below, tell us what's one thing you would strongly recommend to a friend and why. Try to use English. Keep practicing, keep expressing, and remember, your English voice is powerful, unique, and ready to share your world. We'll talk to you very, very soon right here on our channel.